All right, to solve this log equation, I want to first of all get both sides as log base 3 of something. So I'm going to use the power rule. I'm going to take the number in front of this log and I'm going to put it on as the exponent of the argument. Same way on this side. I have an understood 1 here, -1. I'm going to put this on as the exponent of that argument of the 27. So I can now rewrite this as log base 3 of x to the third is equal to log base 3 of 27 to the -1 power. Now equals means the same as, and we already have log base 3 is the same on each side. So really we can just ignore the log base 3 parts. If we can get the x to the third equal to the 27 to the -1, the whole thing will be equal. Now 27 to the -1 is actually 1/27. That negative exponent is telling us to move that 27 down to the denominator. It has nothing to do with making the number positive or negative. It's all about rewriting 27 to the -1 as 1/27. Okay, now I want to get my x alone on one side of the equal sign. So let's take the cube root of both sides. We want to think what times itself times itself times itself is 1/27. So we would have 1/3 is our final answer because the cube root of 27 is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Okay, now while we're at it, I would like to just mention if our problem here had been x squared equals some number, there would be an additional step on our answer because you would have to consider what times itself is 4, and there are actually 2 different numbers that would work. 2 times 2 would work, but also -2 times -2. So don't forget that plus or minus if you've got an even power. Then also, so that's something that you need to remember. You should put it on your note card. Okay, and then there was also the situation that we've discussed where you need to be sure that you're checking your answer. And that is if you have squared both sides of an equation. Let's say you had root x equals -3. Is there any number that you can take the square root of it and get a negative out of that root? Type yes or no in the chat box. Okay, it's impossible to get negative out of a square root, so we can tell right away that there is no solution here. We wouldn't have to solve. But if you had gone so far as to squaring both sides right here, and you had got x equals 9, then you would need to check your answer. If you're raising both sides to an even power, if you check your answer here, the square root of 9 is only a +3. Can't be a -3 because your square root symbol only refers to the positive. So there would be no solution on this one.